throttle was really lumpy. First thoughts of the Blade. It's nice. Feels very similar to the 750. Weight, obviously you're expecting a bit more. It is a bit heavier than the 750. But it feels nice. Like for a litre bike, it feels nimble. And it feels comfortable as anything. This seat is really comfortable. But yeah, I think they've put this is a demo model, but they've put some ASV levers on it as well, which is a nice touch. Still trying to get the tyres a bit warm. The tyres that they've given me on this bike, the owner has shredded them to shit. So it's nice. It feels so comfortable doing speed. It's got this lovely silky smooth Honda engine. You're coming from a 600. It's really nice actually. Really nice. Doesn't feel heavy in traffic. It doesn't feel hard to maneuver at all. Oh god, it's got so much grunt. It's such easy and usable power, and I think a lot today there's a lot of making bikes have loads of power right at the top end, and in actual fact you can't use any of it. You know, the road isn't long enough to get the revs up to actually use the power. And it's a pity really, because you know, you get some of these guys riding around on ZX10s and stuff like that, which, don't get me wrong, I would love to have a ZX10, but you just can't use it. You can't use the power. There's not a road long enough to open it up. Fuck my life. So much torque. Ah, you're just riding a wave of torque. It's fantastic. And the power's always very, very controllable. It's very, very smooth, very, very easy to get on the power and just really open it up. But it's nice. So far, so good. Fuck my life! It's nice! Do you know what? There was a certain part of me that thought there is no way this can excite me as much as the BMW. Oh, how wrong I was. How wrong I was. Fuck me. What an awesome bike. It feels so manageable and so easy to go so quick on this bike. It's lovely. Everything anyone ever said about the Blade on reviews is completely true. It is brilliant. Yeah, in terms of competitors, I mean, there are a lot. You know, there are a lot. Don't get me wrong, on the market at the moment, there are far more passionate motorcycles. You know, if passion's your thing, and what you really want is on a Sunday to get on your bike and feel really special, the Blade's probably not going to do it. You know, don't get me wrong, it is a fantastic bike, a really, really fantastic bike. But in terms of actually making you feel special, no, it's not that. But in terms of riding, if what you want to do is improve your riding, and you want something that you can use every day, you can take it to the track, it's going to be easy to ride, you're not going to get tired of it, this is your bike. It is a seriously good bike. Even though there are some that have a bit more character, as displayed quite well there. Oh my god, the torque! The torque! Let's talk torque! It is... it's addictive. The torque is really good. It's sort of like V-twin torque. It's really cool. But in terms of usability and everything, you know, if you have to take everything into account, it's so nice. I mean, it just feels so goddamn familiar. That is the truth of it. It feels like putting on an old pair of gloves. You know, they just feel right. There's no particular thing you could put your finger on. There's no particular item of the bike that you'd say, yeah, this is it. This is why it makes you feel so good. And this is the Russian, and he's bought a blade, and he's been telling me this for so long.
It is plush, isn't it?
It's plush. It's beautiful.
It's like a Swiss watch. You know, everything does its job, and it works so brilliantly as a package. Brilliantly. I will be sad to give it back. But it's Protea's turn. What do I think of it? Well, I'm going to do sort of a brief overview now of the whole bike. All bikes have bad points, even one as good as the Honda. Two main things really. One is sort of an overview thing. It's basically that the blade has... I don't want to say no character, but it's a bike that, you know, it's lacking in character a bit. It may not have the character of the ZX10. You know, it may not have the character of something like an Aprilia RSV4, or even, you know, the king of character, the Ducati, or something like that. But it's still brilliant. You know, it's still a great motorcycle. And if you want to learn how to ride, and ride well and fast, the blade is a weapon. No doubt about it. It's a serious weapon. One thing I will say is that the blade comes standard now. I'm pretty sure it is standard with ABS, and overall the braking system on the Fireblade I'm not bowled over with. It's very spongy. It feels very spongy. The response is very, very vague. It doesn't feel very confidence inspiring when you're doing the speeds that a blade can do, and you put your fingers on the brake and all you feel is sponge, and you're like, oh god, oh no. Especially when, I have to admit, I'm used to Brembo brakes on the front of this Gixxer, and they stop like on a dime. They're brilliant. Not ABS, but they stop really well. And Protea rode the blade after I did, and he said the exact same thing. He said that the brakes really aren't there. I think, you know, a blade with Brembos, nice exhaust, and not most of all, but I would quite like a quick shifter. I reckon that bike would be absolutely brilliant. The Russian, the guy in front of me at the moment, he loves his Fireblade. He absolutely loves it. But actually, at the same time, he said the exact same thing about the brakes. He said, if you want good brakes, don't get this bike. Or change them.